Good evening, good evening. This is Kimmie Horn signing in on Mother's Day evening. Come on and join us for a live performance. Come on, wave if you're on Facebook Live. Look forward to seeing you guys. Okay, I am bring them on camera. Okay. Stand by. Stand by. Can you guys hear okay? This is so amazing. Hey, Rashida, I see you watching. Can you hear me okay? Eric? Hi, Eric. Oh, my God. You can see me. Can you hear me okay? So excited to be here this evening on Mother's Day evening. Yes. So I'm going to wait until some more folks come on and hang out with me for just a few songs. I wanted to do something special for all the mothers out there. Hi, Dave Payne from Chicago. That's right. Welcome you guys in. Now, this is so exciting. And because this is like a one-woman show, so I'm going to be going on and off camera to make some adjustments here because I feel like we're just getting ready to get a little feedback. And we do not want that, do we? I don't think so. So I'm going to bring it down just a little bit here. So again, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Yes. Hey, hi, Kimmie. I have my production board that's signing in, and I'm so appreciative of you guys. And you ladies, as a matter of fact, happy Mother's Day. Again, to all the mothers around the world, I personally want to send this segment out and thanking you mothers for all of your love, all of your support, your tough love at times. It really, really is greatly appreciated. So Sam Bronson, all right. Hello, everybody. I am so, yes. So what happened was, my mom, she asked me, so she says, wow, Kimmie, I really miss seeing you perform live. And so, of course, when she said that, and with everyone in quarantine and, not being able to go and visit and touch and hug, your loved ones like you want to, I figured that, since you miss me performing live, I'm going to do a live video for you or get on Facebook Live and do a couple of her favorite songs. And so that's what I'm going to do this evening. So hello, everybody. Thanks for your patience. If there are going to be any technical difficulties, I will just leave off camera and go right over here to my system and make the adjustments. But these three songs that I'm going to do this evening, again, there are some of my mom's favorite songs, and I definitely want to make sure to acknowledge the phenomenally talented musicians that did the backing track, did the music tracks for these three songs, and that is my musical band family and bandmates. That is the maestro himself, all native Detroiters. And I'm telling you, they're just some of the baddest musicians in the city. The first musician and my musical director and the music arranger, just phenomenally talented. Again, Al McKenzie, you'll hear him playing on these amazing tracks. May he rest in peace. We love you so much, Al, and still miss you today, but your music, and you have definitely put a footprint on the music community. So we love you, and I want to send that love out to you. On bass, the bassist extraordinaire, and he just had a birthday too, as a matter of fact. My Torian brother, Daryl Peanut Smith. I hope you're watching, Peanut, because you got a couple solos in these songs too. And then on drums, the one and only, the young and the talented, Mr. Jeff Kennedy is on drums. So these three guys went into the studio, in Detroit studio, Masterpiece Studio, engineered by Carlos Gunn. Shout out to you, Carlos. Much love, because they worked so hard to get this music down, and the feel is there. So I am going to start this set with this particular song entitled As Long As I Live, okay? Again, these songs are all of my mom's favorites. So I'm going to stand up and sing this song. Another thing that I did, I'm going to show real quickly. You know, I know that, you know, I am going to get to singing, but I wanted to show you guys what I pulled out, especially for my mom. And that is, okay, in my studio, I got my studio already, but I'm going to try to see if you can see this. Look, I pulled out the red carpet. So, again, I'm just going to have some fun tonight with you all. I haven't done a lot of Facebook Live, but it seemed like this is going to be the new way of doing music now, and definitely it's up close and personal. So, hey, Melody. So, let me get started. First song is As Long As I Live. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. The other thing, I'm going to actually leave the counts in here, too. So you will hear Al McKenzie counting off the band. So special. God, this is a special night. Ooh. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Sending this to all of the mothers out there. We love you. I can't live to love you as long as I want to. Life isn't long enough, baby. I love you as long as I live. I can't give you diamonds and rings like I want to. I promise you, baby, I'm gonna want you as long as I live. I never cared, but now I'm scared that I won't live long enough. I wear my rubber sweater race, eat an apple every day and see the doctor. Oh, but what if I can't live to love you as long as I want to? Life isn't long enough. For those of you that joined us here tonight, we welcome you here to Kimmie Horn's Rhythm Room. That's Mr. Al McKenzie on keyboards, ladies and gentlemen. I never cared, but now I'm scared that I won't live long enough. I wear my rubber sweater race, eat an apple every day and see the. Oh, but what if I can't live to love you? As long as I live, I'm gonna love you here on Mother's Day. Oh, we love you, everything that you do and the love you give to us. Oh, Mother, oh, we carry you in our hearts every day. As long as I live, oh, as long as I live, oh, mother, 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 we love you as long as I live. Gosh, it seems like they go so fast, but they are some amazing, amazing songs. And again, it's just such a special night. And I originally we had a show lined up for May 15th at the Motor City Soundboard. And we were going to be there in honor of the charity fundraiser for Orchards Children's Child Protective Services. So I just want to take this opportunity and thank them. And even though we can't have the event now, I do want to let you know that tonight, and if you are enjoying yourself, please make a donation. Make a donation to orchards.org. Okay, and you can just go on there and follow the information and the details, and try to we'll go on and make a donation for these amazing mothers, because we really do appreciate the ones that have adopted children, you know, foster moms, you know, for really stepping up and stepping into the mother's role, which we have a lot of children that need motherly support. So, you know, that's what we want to do for that. For you, again, that's orchards.org. And you can make your donation for their event. The event on May 15th was going to be a special event for champion the foster children. So they had awards and everything that they were going to be presented out. And, you know, and as so many things have been canceled, we can still participate, we can still give back, we can still support. So we ask you for that this evening. This song that I'm going to sing next, I was introduced to this song. It was actually for a wedding. And I just fell in love with the song. And then my mother heard the song, and she's like, what is that song? I just love when you sing that song. And so I wanted to make sure and do this song as well. Okay, so stand by. Happy Mother's Day, Charlene. I see you. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you all so much. God bless you for coming on and joining us on Facebook Live. I really appreciate it. Okay, here's the song. The song is entitled Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
1, 2.
I found a love for me, darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. I found a love beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were that someone waiting for me, 'cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time, darling, just kiss me slow. Your arms are all I own, and your eyes, you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, you heard it, darling, you look perfect tonight. I found a man stronger than anyone I know. He shares his dreams. I hope someday he'll share his home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets. Carry love, carry children of our own. We're still kids and we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know you'll be alright all this time, but darling, just hold my hand, and I'm your girl and you're my man. I see my future in your eyes, baby. I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song as you sit there handsomely dressed, ooh, looking so beautiful. I don't deserve this, darling, you look perfect tonight. That song always touches me in a very special way, because when I brought that particular song to the band, and Al McKenzie and I were working there at the Federations of Musicians building where he did all of his classes and all of his rehearsals and everything, and I came to the practice, and he shared that song with me. He said, Kimmie, you chose this song, but I wanted to do this arrangement on it. He said, that's you. That is you. And so, again, just so many marvelous and wonderful, wonderful stories that I'm trying to share in between these songs, because it took me a minute to do a live. And I have to share this, this testimony real quick, because I was asked, I think Tyler Perry originally sent out, right after the pandemic started, I mean, he sent out something, it was a song, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. And when he sent out that, I saw it on Facebook, and I checked it out a little bit, but because the pandemic, and we were losing so many people and lost so many good friends, and I just, seriously, I really didn't feel like singing. That's basically what it was. And then a very good friend of mine, Jill Hamilton, had challenged me to go on and sing a song, because now all of the singers were passing it on to each other to share, to just help lift the world and show some love. But, you know, even, you know, us singers and us performers, and this is what we do. But it was really, really draining. And I was in a mood of not feeling like singing. I had about 4 or 5 different requests. And one lady, young lady, sent me an inbox after I didn't reply. And I didn't know who she was, but she sent me a private message and she shared how, she said, Kimmie, I would love if you could, join in with this particular song and share your version. And I politely wrote her back and I said, thank you so much and I appreciate your inquiry, but I just haven't been feeling like singing. I haven't been up to singing. I mean, I just was painting and I didn't feel it. And she wrote me back and she said, I'm going to pray for you, but please remember that your voice and so many other singers that are out here, we look for you to lift us up in song. And when she shared that with me, I snapped out of my funk. And I went upstairs and I sang the song. And not only did she bless me, but as I got the response and the replies and the messages and whatnot, I mean, it really lifted my spirit. So thank you. And some people talk about how Facebook and some of the social media is not good, it's not positive, but it is extremely good and positive, depending on what you're seeking and what you're looking for. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I am going to continue to sing. And, again, I created this room here in my home, and the name of the room is the Rhythm Room. It's Kimmie Horn's Rhythm Room. And not only will I be singing here, but I used to be an aerobic instructor, and I am going to start doing some classes in the Rhythm Room too. I'm talking about some exercises. Nothing real strenuous, believe me, but something that'll just keep you tight and toned because it's very, very important. So I'm going to go into the next song now. And, again, hey, Dwayne Whitehead, how are you? You still in Las Vegas? Sending some love to Vegas, my brother. Oh, my God, it's so good to see so many of you joining in. God bless you. Thank you. And let's continue to, pray for one another and lift each other up, because this pandemic is no joke. This coronavirus is taking hold to a lot of people, but we just want to make sure and be positive as much as possible and uplift people. And more than anything, let's show some love. We really, really need to continue to show love. So, Jimmy Cohen's, so here's a great song. This is an original. Now, this song, it hasn't even been released yet. And again, Al McKenzie and I sat up in that room and we wrote this song. He said, what are you feeling? He said, your energy, I'm going to match your energy. And that's what a good producer does, a good arranger does. I mean, he matched my energy. He said, you get all this energy and let's go with this. He said, because every time you step on stage, it's like you're right at home and you open up in a way that that is hard to explain. So, and my answer to that is that, just like my uncle said from the Fantastic Four, Cleveland Horn, on their particular cut, which is a really big song, the whole world is a stage. And growing up around music, that's all we used to do at home. So it was always about feeling at home with music. So this song, ladies and gentlemen, is called Carefree, okay? And it's an original song. It has not been released yet, but I do intend on releasing this song very soon, written by Al McKenzie and myself. And again, you got to give it up for these. But my musical brothers, Daryl Peanut Smith, Jeff Kennedy, tune in. I hope you guys are watching. Hey, Tony Tone, happy birthday to you too. To all of the Taurian birthdays out there, happy birthday, happy birthday. I'm a Taurus too. May 1st was my birthday. May 1st is Ray Charles' birthday, Kimberly Wright, Stevie Wonder. It's just so many. Ella Fitzgerald, so many birthdays in May. And we just want to say happy birthday to you too. We're celebrating just love, okay? Let's celebrate love. Here we go, Carefree. Oh, I love this. This track is hot. I'm going to use this track for my workout too, okay? So because it's that slamming.
Okay. One.
I'm saying up on this one. Oh, May 5th. Hi, Kimmie Campbell. Happy birthday. Okay. Get ready for the workout video that's going to be coming soon. We're going to work the core. Come on. Come on. Sentimental. Come on, baby. Say your name. Time and a place to conquer every moment we place a value in a moment we can't see. Oh, yeah. Red tree, forever dream of what we'll always be. Igniting what you want, you can achieve. You own it. Love will always change it. In time, one dream can turn a life around. Live carefree. I love this part right here. Seek and find a way to let yourself be free. A new territory different from the path you always take. Stand up for yourself, investigate. Igniting what you want, you can achieve. You own it. Love will always change it. In time, one dream can turn a life around. Know that you can be so that you will see the way. Mr. Al McKenzie on keyboards, ladies and gentlemen. Al, we love you, we miss you. Oh, love will always change it. In time, one dream will turn a life around. Live carefree. You can be it if you see it. Oh, change your life today. Oh, carefree. Oh, Lord, you can be it. Oh, yes, see if you will see. Oh, live your life you can be it if you see it. Live your life. Shut up and live your life. Oh, you can be carefree. Oh, live your life. Check this out.
What'd you think?
Man, yeah, that was
Say it again. Okay.
I love that part. I love it. Grooving. Absolutely grooving. See, I love it in the studio because just keep the tape rolling. There's so many wonderful things that are captured in the studio, in that moment, in that time. And to be able to have these tracks and with the voices still on them, and it's just really special. So I'm loving it. Listen out for that. Stay tuned for that, you guys. Carefree. That's the name of it. Carefree. I love that, especially the second. That second verse that we wrote. And seek and find a way to let yourself be free. A new territory different from the path you always take. That's really strong. And with the way the world is now and how so many things have changed and changing, we all have to find a new way. A new way. Somebody said, you get lemons and what do? You make lemonade. Well, it's so many metaphors that you can use, but now is the time. We have all just been stopped in our tracks. And I think it's very spiritual. I really do. I think that I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we're talking about how spiritual this is. I mean, and this is how you look at it, but I choose to take it in as a spiritual journey. And we have to move forward, but we all have to stop, think, spend more time with the ones that we love. I mean, even if it's social distancing, we still have to connect. Even though we're disconnected, we have to connect now more than ever. So, again, I am just really excited about doing this live. I came on and I said I was going to do 30 minutes, about 3 songs, and talk in between and talk about the songs and how they came about. I want to thank Ramona Collins. Ramona Collins, thank you so much. She is my sister in song, and we've had numerous conversations about doing the live, and she inspired me too. She was like, Kimmie, she's doing her live thing too, and it's great. It's amazing. And for live performers, I started out as a live performer, so it's really cool to be able to now sit back and still give a live show, but without the audience present. But you are present. So thank you again. I just love you all for joining us. Hey, Daryl Ford, good to see you. I'm saying hello to my GGT family, Greater Grace Temple. It's just been such a great time getting ready for this live. And again, we hope that you tune in. I'm going to start doing this on Friday evenings at 8 o'clock. And again, it's going to be Kimmie Horn in the Rhythm Room. This is the Rhythm Room. So it'll be that. And then it'll be another series like of the workout series. So all of that's going to happen right here. So, hey, I'm getting out there. Oh, there's my Southfield Cruisers. Yes, sending this out to you. I also want to share a bit of news because, again, as so many shows and gigs have been canceled, I did just meet with the Southfield mayor, and it looks like the Kimmie Horn Jazz Festival, we will have to postpone it to next year, 2020. So we were getting ready. We were excited. This was going to be the 5th anniversary. So 2 years, we had the Jazz Festival in Lathrop Village, and then we moved to Southfield, and it just has grown and grown and grown. And every year it's been something very special. So we're going to wait until 2021, but still stay tuned because some of the artists that I had already signed on to play at the festival this year, I'm working on something now to do it online. So we're just working it out. So please, please stay tuned. We're gonna make that happen. It's gonna be amazing. We had our Lifetime Achievement Award this year. Well, I'll put more of that information out as we get closer to the date. But I know, Alicia, right? But what can you do? You know, this live social distancing, it's going to be tricky to try to have a festival or do a live show. I think it's going to take a minute for people to actually start coming back out. But if we continue to connect to the people and connect to you, the audience, and appreciating your support, then we'll be back. We'll be back. Because you know what? This too shall pass. What a great day. Again, happy Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there, all around the world. I want to say happy Mother's Day, happy Heavenly Mother's Day to all of the mothers that are not physically here, but spiritually, they have left an imprint on your heart and in your soul, and we want to give our love to you and send our love to those of you that, you know, your mom is not present physically, but she is here in spirit. I'm going to do this this next song. Oh, this is pretty cool. We did this song. Some of these songs we came up with because, you know, as I've traveled extensively, and I'm so grateful that I was just going to be going to Japan for another Japanese tour in March. But before, when I got the call, I told them that I wouldn't be able to come this year, and that was prior to COVID-19. So I'm so glad that I was home. But one of the songs that I just fell in love with in Japan was a song called, I'm sure some of you, I won't say older, but some of you wiser adults remember this song, Tennessee Waltz. This song is huge in Japan, and that was my first time hearing it when I went over there. So I introduced this, took this to Al McKenzie and the band, and he came up with an amazing arrangement to it. And again, he said that he wanted to add my personality into it, so it's always nice to hear and see what someone else sees in you. So I'm going to have some fun with this song. Okay, so I got some lights here. I'm going to change my lighting a little bit. Hi, Felicia. I love you. Let me see. What do you guys think? Blue? No, that's too dark. Al Foster, my sound engineer and great friend for many years, may he rest in peace. I mean, he was the best sound man ever, sound and light. So he taught me so many things about all these lighting tricks, and he was like, never use blue as a black person because then you'll look like a alien. So, hey, Benita France, Bo from Chicago. Okay, so I'm gonna do a different lighting. What do you think, guys? Let me see. Let me try and see if I can see some feedback. What do you guys think? You like the red? I'm gonna go with this one. It's a little warm, and then I'll have some fun on some of the parts. Here we go. Let's see here. Okay, I hope I remember these words. I know, rest in heaven, Al Foster. A great brother. Been so blessed to be able to travel and play and be side by side with some of the best musicians around. And you know, the cool thing is about this is that people always say, you're a hugger, you know, you hug everybody, you hug everybody. But I tell you what, I look at where we are today, and with this, you know, not being able to touch people, not being able to hug people, not being able to shake hands, and boy, am I so grateful that I was hugging everybody, loving on everybody, and accepting everybody that was around me or in my circle, or if I'm around someone else, to make sure and share love, love, love. Okay, here we go. This song is called Hey Ryan Law, Hey Nephew, Tennessee Waltz. Okay, this is gonna be cool. Arrangement by Al McKenzie.
One, two, three.
I was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee Waltz. Then a old friend I happened to see. I introduced him to my darling, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweet heart from me. I remember the night of the Tennessee Waltz. Now I know just how much I have lost. I lost my pretty darling the night they were dancing that beautiful Tennessee Waltz. Al McKenzie on keyboards. Yeah. Yes. Turn this up. I was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee Waltz. That old friend I happened to see. I introduced her to my darling, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. Yeah. Remember the days of the Tennessee Waltz. Now I know just how much I have lost. I lost my pretty darling the night they were dancing that beautiful Tennessee Waltz. Yes, yes. Wow, it's been a while since I heard that. Still so moving. Oh my gosh. Great job. Great job. Great job, fellas. Come on, give it up again for them. Al McKenzie, Daryl Peanut Smith, and Jeff Kennedy. A trio played all that amazing music. Isn't that amazing? I'm telling you, I love it. Carlos Gunn, incredible job in the studio. The mix is fantastic. Again, this has been so, so great. Again, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers all around the world. We love you. We appreciate you. And mother, to my mother, you have always, always been there and continue to do so. I think about this. Somebody said, you know what, you should share maybe a photo or two. And that's like, okay, well, I'll do that. Because I do have a couple favorites. And this particular picture is a favorite, all-time favorite of mine, because it was last year at the Jazz Festival. And even though Al said, Kimmie, don't run around here doing everything and then you have to do the show that night. But I did. I ran around and I did everything, and then I did the show that night. But Lord and behold, when it got time for me to start performing, as soon as I got on stage, I think I did about 10 minutes on stage. Nobody knew. Some of these things that happen behind the stage, you know, I know you singers can relate, performers can relate. I'll never forget. As soon as I started performing, 10 minutes into the show, I came off the stage and my whole body started cramping up. It was because I didn't drink enough water, I didn't eat enough potassium, and I had been running around all day. So my body started cramping up. I mean, every inch of my body started cramping up because I was dehydrated. And I went out on the ground. I don't know, some of you probably were there that day, but this was in Southfield, and I went out on the grounds, and right there in the VIP, I'm telling you, it was the Lord. I mean, my mom was sitting right there. Mother was sitting right there in a chair, and it wasn't a lot of chairs around her, so I was able to walk right over to her. And when I walked right over to her, I kid you not, my knees buckled. I mean, my whole body just kind of was paralyzed. And I was so afraid because it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm in the middle of this show and I can't even move. And I was scared to move because I thought that it was really gonna just, something was gonna happen. So I just wanted to share this picture. I think I can. So when I bent down to my mom and she grabbed my hand, you guys, I just put my head down and I just started praying like, Lord, just help me get back up. Just help me get back up. And she kicked right into gear. I mean, she just kicked in and she just started praying as well. And I see my sister Joyce is on there. Hey, Joyce. My sister Joyce is on here. And so when, I'm going to move up so I can show the picture. But it wasn't funny at the time, but it was funny afterwards because, I don't know if you could see it, we're probably kind of washed out. But you can't see, but that's me on the ground, and then my mom had grabbed my hand, and she just started praying for me. And my stage manager had no idea what was going on. Nobody knew what was going on but me. And Joyce asked my mother, my sister, asked my mother later, she was like, Mother, you were praying for Kim? You know, what happened? It was kind of funny because my mother said, I didn't know what was going on. All I knew is that she went down to the ground and she just started crying. And my mother said, and I started crying too. So we both are down there just crying like babies. But I tell you what, I was able to get back up and finish on with my show. and didn't have any more cramps until the end of the night. And that's a whole other story. But just to share that story, because it's a true testimony of how, you know, it's nothing like a mother's love. It's nothing like a mother's love that comes right on time. And sometimes you don't know what's going to happen, but she lifted me, she touched me, and she prayed for me. And I got up and finished my show, and I learned a big lesson. I will never do a show without having some kind of bananas near, a lot of potassium, Gatorade, and a lot of water. So I just want to say, again, thank you all so very much for joining me this evening. And, you know, I'm touched by this live presentation because listening to my musical family playing with me, and it feels like they're right here because I got these speakers so close to me to make sure that I was surrounded and sitting in the midst of this music. So to my musical brothers, I will forever love you and appreciate you. Al McKenzie, may you continue to rest in heaven, my friend. We love you, we appreciate you, and we will continue to make sure your legacy grows and keeps going. To Daryl Peanut Smith, who is my musical director now, I thank you so much, my brother, and my musical and Torian brother. I love you to pieces, and thank you for showing me those notes on your bass, your upright bass. So sending you out love tonight. And of course, Jeff Kennedy, you're one of the baddest drummers around. You can play all styles, and I just really love and appreciate you guys. To all of you that joined us here tonight, I love you. Again, this is Kimmie Horn's Rhythm Room, okay? This is the Rhythm Room. I'm going to show you real quickly how I got it set up. So then when you guys come back and join me, okay, so there's my sound system over there. You may not even be able to see, but here it is. I got my speakers here. I can't even see. Oh, there, my speakers. And I always keep this near. And my, the presenting sponsor for my jazz festival, and still today, I'll be releasing a commercial on Varsity Lincoln real soon too. Had to have Varsity Lincoln. Had to have my sponsor present because we look forward to selling some cars. We do. We look forward to selling some cars online. You can purchase them online and they will deliver them right to your house. So, again, thank you so much, you guys. I am signing out. I love and appreciate you. Ryan, pass that information on to your brother, Jerry Law, and the Stanfords. I mean, I just love you guys to pieces. And Mother, your love, and I love you so much. Me and the rest of my sisters and brothers, there's 7 of us, and it's such a blessing that all of us are here in the same state. As soon as this pandemic happened, my brother Michael lived in Colorado, and he came home, but he got home just before all this happened. So it really is divine that all of us are here together and are able to go and see her and at least touch the door, and she's on the other side. But, you know, continue to lift our mothers up, continue to pray for each and every one of us for a better world, a loving world. There is more love out here than hate. And if we just continue to share love and support with love and show love and share our gifts and be creative and explore and innovate, I mean, it is some amazing things that can be done. And I look forward to seeing you all again. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much, and thanks to my neighbors, because they're probably like, oh my God, she's so loud down there. But peace. let me see, is there something else I can close out with? Oh, I'm just going to close out with this. The song, and I think the young lady's name was Erica. Erica, I believe it was Erica that reached out to me on Messenger, and she asked me to sing that song. He's got the whole world. So I'm going to, hey, Carl Holmes, that's another one of my musical brothers right there. Carl Holmes, Torian brother, I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So I'm going to close out with this. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the doctors and the nurses in his hands. He's got the doctors and the nurses in his hands. He's got the doctors and the nurses in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and me in his hands. He's got you and me in his hands. He's got you and me in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Love and appreciate you. Happy Mother's Day again. Come on, join me again Friday night at 8 o'clock in the Rhythm Room. Sayonara.